All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to build a Lego that is exactly the same as a normal Lego that you would buy out of the Lego store. So step one, we want to switch our units to millimeters. So don't set it as default, but just have it as millimeters. All right, we are going to save our file, and I'm going to save it as Lego brick, and I'll say 2 since I've already made one. All right, so millimeters, Lego brick 2. All right, so we are going to make a sketch. Um, and actually, reverse, we're going to make it a component. All right, so we are going to new component, and we're going to make it a Lego, and click OK. All right, so now we are going to create a sketch, and I am going to make it. We're going to make a rectangle, and it's going to be 31.8 millimeters wide and 15.8 millimeters deep. And then I'm going to finish that sketch, and I'm going to extrude it to a distance of 9.6 high. All right, so that's exactly the size of one Lego. All right, so now we are going to make a sketch on the surface. All right, and I'm going to make a circle on the surface. Okay, and I'm going to make it so that it is 4.8 millimeters. All right. And I'm going to dimension it specifically from the edge over. All right. And it's going to be 3.9 from one side and 3.9 to the other side. Okay. So now I'm going to finish my sketch, hit the house. All right. And now I'm going to extrude it up to a distance of 1.8. Now, when I do this, make sure it says join here and not a new body. So join. All right, finish. All right, so now we're going to do a new thing. We're going to use rectangular pattern. All right, so we are going to click rectangular pattern. All right, so what we are going to do is we are going to do a feature because we want to do a pattern of this extrusion. So I'm going to click feature, and then I'm going to click the extrusion right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to click my axis. Okay, so in this way, I'm going to have, so see how I have as many as I want? I want, if you remember a Lego, I want 2 in this direction. Now, what we have to figure out is the correct spacing. All right, and the spacing is going to be 8 millimeters between studs. Now, in this direction, all right, there is going to be 4, and there's going to be 8. Um, all right, so we want to bring them out to, let's see what we got here. All right, so we have, we want spacing. That makes more sense. All right, so we need to flip it to spacing, and we want 8, 8, 2, 4. All right, so if you look at it, it should look very evenly spaced. So 8, 8, 2, 4. Click OK. And we got our shapes. Now we are going to go to the bottom, all right, and we are going to shell out the bottom. So we are going to go to modify, and I'm going to click shell, and I'm going to click this surface. All right, and I'm going to type in a distance of 1.2. 1.2. All right, and I'm going to click OK. All right, so we're making good progress. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new sketch on this surface. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to project these, the sketches of the circles. But if for some reason it won't let you, we know what size of circles they are. All right, so what we can do is we will go to project. All right, so we have to go to create, and we have to go to, oh, did I not create a sketch? There it is. Okay, so now we have a sketch. Now I'm going to go to project. All right, and now we have all that stuff. Okay, and sometimes the other ones don't highlight. So that being said, we at least have these right here. Okay, so now, and do you see how those pop up? So if you remember, what was the size of these was that each of these are 4.8. So if we go to here, we go out to 4.8. All right, and click OK. And then we can just go through and do each of these if we want. We could also do a circular pattern here. Either of them would be fine. But basically 4.8 circle, 4.8 circle. So notice how it's not super fun to do a bunch of the same exact things. So it's definitely a better plan to do, oops, 4.8. All right, and then finally 4.8. All right, so we have these. Now, finally, what we want to do is we want to make a circle in here. All right, and then a circle in here, a circle in here. Now, we are going to use another tool that we haven't used before. It's called a tangent. All right, so how we will do this is we'll click on tangent and click, click. And do you see how it made it tangent to all those? And then click, 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 click. All right, so if it did not work perfectly, see how it didn't work perfectly? You could then click, 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 and that worked perfectly that time. So now, click, 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 click. All right, usually it takes 3 clicks to make it perfect. So click, 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 and that's good. All right, so we're really close now. The last step is we are going to make another circle that is 0.5 in from here. So we are going to type in 0.5, and we are going to type in an offset of 0.5, and finally an offset of 0.5. Okay, and then we are done with our sketch. So now if we look at it, the last thing that we got to do is extrude this. So E, and we're going to extrude this, 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 and we are going to join it with our next thing. So you can often go directly to objects if you want to. Sometimes that works, but we know this distance, so we can definitely just take this and go up here. And if we look at it, does that look correct? Yes. All right, so now we have this object that is all put together. It's a Lego, and it's all ready to go. Hit save, you're good to go. Congratulations.